Good morning. As you can probably hear, it is raining. And raining pretty hard. It's been raining for quite a long time, off and on. I've had a couple of chances this morning to jump out and get things together when the rain died down a little bit, but I ended up falling back to sleep. So, anyway. Today should be a day a lot like yesterday as far as the terrain. A lot of flat stuff. I'll just be going along, doing 20 plus miles probably, but it looks like a lot of it's going to be really, really soggy. So that might slow me down, so we'll have to see. But yeah, if it's really pouring all day, there may not be a lot of video. But we'll see how it turns out. Getting closer. Well, I'm off late, but better than late than never. It's about 7:30, and hoping to do 20 plus miles today. But starting off late, and with the rain and stuff, we'll just have to see how that goes. Should be pretty easy terrain though, so I'll probably be able to make it work out. Talked to Mike a little this morning. He's the guy that was at the shelter last night. There was only one other person. He pulled in shortly after I was there, and he stayed in the shelter instead of in his tent, which proved to be a good idea because of the rain. He's a nice guy. He's going southbound, and he's done some hiking and things before, but a lot of little things he doesn't necessarily know. He was sleeping with his food, because the one person he's met on the trail so far said, yeah, I just sleep with my food, and so he's not hanging his food up. So, without sounding too preachy, or actually probably sounding very preachy, I tried to nicely kind of just explain, the reasons behind hanging your food, which are not only about you and just not getting your food taken. It's also about the long-term habituation of bears wanting human food and all the problems it creates, and eventually getting bears put down, And so, anyway, hopefully he'll start hanging his food. But he didn't really know how either. He didn't know how high or how far away from the tree, or didn't know any of the, how to do a PCT hang or anything like that. So, we talked a little about that stuff. Hopefully he'll educate himself. But anyway, it was really nice. We had a great conversation. It's always good. It's always cool to kind of find out why someone else is doing the trail, what's been going on in their head for, 1, 2, 10, 30 years to get them to this point where you're at. So we talked a little about that kind of stuff and just all sorts of things. So he's a good guy, and he's just starting on his trip. He's only, whatever he is, 40 miles in, so, crazy. Long way to go. Good luck, Mike. Well, I left camp thinking it was going to be a rainy day and no bugs. And it very quickly stopped raining, and man, the bugs are thick. I mean, worse than I've ever seen them even yesterday. And yesterday was the worst I'd ever seen them. And it's like twice as bad today. So, anyway, stopped, took off my rain gear, my rain jacket, got my hat, sprayed bug spray all over myself, drank some of it, not really, and got my bug net, put it in my back pocket in case I need it, and encountered about 600,000 mosquitoes in that 1 minute it took me to do that whole transformation. And now I'm off. I think I only lost half my blood supply to them. Holy smokes. We gotta love a trail like this. I think I hiked too far and ran into the ocean. Oh wait, no. Oh my gosh. What a beautiful day. If I had an extra day, I would plant myself right here and lay here for the rest of the day. And just sleep and eat and sleep some more and eat some more. Magnificent. If only I had an inner tube, I could take advantage of this awesome water slide. That would be fun. Well, it started raining really hard and came to a shelter that I was not really wanting to stop at. But I was only going to go about another 2.5 miles anyway, so I went ahead and just stopped here. I'm tired, really, really tired, and I think it's a good choice. And what that means is, instead of summiting on the 23rd, I will definitely be summiting on the 24th. Well, almost definitely, because it'd just be too many miles to do tomorrow. So anyway, that's the plan. There's a lot of people at this shelter and a whole bunch more tenting, so it's gonna be a busy night, but I think it'll be good enough. I'll have to figure out how to sleep with a whole bunch of noise and things like that, but whatever, it'll all be good, like I said. What else? I think that's probably about it. It's a nice shelter right down in front of a big stream, so easy to get water. And yeah, I've already eaten. I think I'm just gonna go and basically just get to bed early as I can and get up early tomorrow and just push and get all the way into Baxter State Park, and then figure it all out from there. Good night.